Anyway, it's a very exciting time to be alive, man. It's a very exciting time to be here on Earth.
Hi guys, I want to do a quick video about the mysterious death of David Wilcock. I will do a longer format video in German over the weekend. Um, there I will tell my personal experience with him. I didn't meet him personally, but I had some incredible synchronicities with him. It's an interesting story. Maybe I uploaded it with a German AI translation, but I learned of it only yesterday, so I want to give you my first thoughts on it. So immediately when I heard it, I said it was 100% murder. I changed the wording because I learned more, but I still think it's suspicious. So I watched the whole 3 hours video, his last video, and I recommend everybody to do that because he was in very good mood there. You saw in the beginning when he said, "It's a very exciting time to be alive, man. It's a very exciting time to be here on Earth." Then he told the people, don't kill yourself." I have it on my X feed, so yeah, maybe listen to that
I
shortly.
love this. 10:16. The reason my Father loves me is that I lay down my life only to take it up again. That's the ascension. No one takes it from me, but I lay it down on my own accord. I have the authority to lay it down and the authority to take it up again. This commandment I received from my Father because he's an ascended being. Again, most of us can't do this. You don't get to resurrect. If you lay down your life, you're done. So please don't do that. Please don't be stupid. Okay. It's something you never want to have to go through. And again, natural is the only way to go. I love this. 10:16.
So he clearly says natural is the only way to go. So you should not kill yourself. And of course, that also applies to him. And that's very interesting also that apparently um, his co-author also died a few days ago. And I asked Rock about it. He said, "Oh, it only came up after David Wilcock died." But then I watched the video and said he's even referring to it, and so it didn't came up after he died, which could have been a rumor. And then I asked Grok about it and said, "No, he never said that." But somebody posted it now, and I also heard it.
What we see here is a lot of interesting things going on, and it's a good thing. So, oh my gosh, it's sad to hear Winfrey just passed away. Bright butterfly wing. That is so weird because last night, I was lying in bed and thinking, wouldn't it be sad if Winfrey passed away? He's the guy that wrote the Reincarnation of Edgar Casey book with me. Last night, I had that thought. I am not kidding you, and now you're telling me this. Lotus Girl says I can't listen to your comedy. Well, sorry. Everybody really likes it.
So, and he's talking about his comedy. He made his normal comedy things, which many are annoyed by. Some love it, but he was really in a good mood. So now let's go to the official. There's something new. They came out with a timeline and a statement of the family. So this is the timeline. Here, a deputy observed the man still holding a gun to his head. A deputy witnessed the man shooting himself. That's strange already, a deputy, because there were more deputies and only one witnessed it. It's already strange. I will talk about it in a minute. Then there comes the statement from the family. They don't say who the family is, and they said, "Yeah, there's no foul play. He was depressed." But apparently he wasn't, obviously not depressed in the video. And this is also interesting. They denied a records request for the body-worn camera footage. So it means we have camera footage, and you can file a Cora request. It's called I say it here. Oh, no. So you can file a Cora request. Even I could do it, but I assume that some American guys do it. If not, I will do it. Of course, the reasoning is a joke. That would be contrary to the public interest. He's a public figure, of course. It's in the public interest. That's already strange. And also, they don't release the 9/11 call. Oh, that I want to remind. I don't want to show it too long because that's. I hope I don't forget it because he did something in the video, and it relates to the Donald Trump video, which was not posted by him, but he talked about it. Yeah, and I want to talk, that's why I put it here, about the parallels to the Charlie Kirk assassination. Okay, so I hope I don't forget anything. So it's already strange they don't release the body camera footage. So if you want to judge this case, you have to put yourself in the shoes of the perpetrators. So it's very clear he was a very public figure. His followership diminished over the years, and I learned a lot of him in his early years, but in the last years, he was spreading a lot of misinformation, but I don't think on purpose. He was tricked by his by some people like Corey Good, and of course that um, puts pressure on him, but that doesn't mean that you kill yourself. So it's very clear that if such a public figure dies, nobody would believe it. So from the alleged perpetrator's perspective, you would have to find a story that makes sense. Because if they would just say, yeah, he killed himself, everyone would say, no, that's foul play. So you would say, okay, how do we do it? We say somebody saw it. And the best way is to say even the deputy saw it, the police saw it. But think of it. So if he killed himself, he would have had that in mind the day before or a few hours before already. So you could say, yeah, he said, I'm not, he also said in the past he's not suicidal. And he talked about it in his show, you Don't Kill Yourself. So you could say he prepared his suicide and wanted to make it suspicious. But why would he then kill himself in front of the deputy, proving, so to speak, that it was a real suicide? That doesn't make any sense. And I also think a guy like him, if he would do that, he would leave a message why he did it and so on. But okay, that's up for debate. So it looks like a clean case, but for me it looks too clean, to be honest. They say, how can we do it? Okay, we just say somebody saw it. And now to the body cam. There are websites already where you can fake body cam footage. I forgot, I put it in my longer video. So the more time goes by before they release the footage, in the end, I would say they have to release it. The more time they have to fake it. And of course, if you have more time, you fake it and then you put it through another AI. Can the AI detect the fake? AI is already good enough to fake it that you don't see anything, but of course there are other AIs who can check it. And the more time you have, yeah, you produce the fake AI and then you put it through all the fake detectors, AIs. So you need a little time to make a good version of it. So it's always suspicious that they don't release it, and always, yeah, there's no need to release it. It's a public figure. Millions of people knew him. It's crazy. So then the parallels to the Charlie Kirk assassination, in my view, is he was surrounded, in my view, by people um, who didn't mean well with him. And that's the same with Charlie Kirk. And all the people come out now and say, yeah, he was depressed. Don't look there. He was depressed. And Corey Good, for example, plays it this way. He was harassed by so many people, but he was harassed in big part because of him, because he had this deposition. Google the story that he basically admitted that he invented his stories. I said years ago, I said, yeah, that that doesn't look good. And but I think he was a very naive, trusting person, David Wilcock. So he trusted Corey good. So they have two stories now. The one is similar to the Charlie Kirk story. He was harassed by so many people, so he committed suicide. Similar to Charlie Kirk. Yeah, the left hated him. And the other story is, yeah, yes, he was depressed. It's possible, but is it likely? So that's why I encourage. He had millions of followers, and the video only was watched by 200,000 people. Nobody wanted to watch that. Watch the whole thing, 3.5 hours. So, for example, you can say, yeah, an actor has depressions, but he can still act. He has one little scene, and he can still act. But this was 3.5 hours, and he was in very good mood. And of course, we are very shortly before disclosure of some information. Yeah, Trump administration already said it about UFOs. Of course, it will be a limited hangout, and so we will not get everything. But this is what David Wilcock was waiting his entire professional career for, and then he kills himself just before this is possible. They say he had financial issues. He had that's a fact. But according to the laws in America, I asked Rock, um, even if you have the stepped and also you owed the IRS, you can keep as much money to make a living. Yeah, so there are laws about that. Google it yourself. So they don't take you everything. And he made $200, $800 alone in this last live stream. So and you have to. It's not only and he talked a lot about Christianity and in basically every major spiritual ideology, it's forbidden to kill yourself. And he believed in reincarnation. It's also a very bad thing if you believe in reincarnation to kill yourself. And he thought he might have been the reincarnation of Edgar Casey. It doesn't make any sense for him to kill himself. He would have waited for fate to play out. Now, I wanted to say one thing. It sounds a little bit strange, but what he did, he talked about this strange video supposedly posted by Trump. It wasn't posted by Trump. Somebody puts blood on him. I didn't even watch it because it's so demonic. But what he did there, um, he cited it. So he said something in a strange language and he repeated it. And it could have been some kind of a curse or calling a demon. I know it sounds strange, but demons exist. I uh, prove it in my book. Or not prove it, I collect the evidence for that. He could have called a demon accidentally. And somebody even said in the live stream, said, don't say it the third time. And said, yeah, I'm not saying it the third time, but he says it 2 times more. And even so it could dawn on him after the video said, oh shit, I called a demon. And if he believes in it, it can make you crazy even if there are no demons. So this would theoretically also a reason that he could have killed himself, but this would also not be a real suicide then. I just throw it out here. Please comment under my X video all your theories. And I know there are many people saying no, but all the people who say that, or the many people um, who say that now he killed himself are people who hated him, who really hated him. I think he was misled, but I think he was a very good human being.